So let's talk about the tools that we have in our DOF mill. So we go to tools, okay? And let's go to tool information. Now here, this is going to show you exactly what tools are in your mill. And this chart corresponds to the tools that you have in our mill, okay? So of course you'll see that here we have in green our wax tools, in red are our zirconia tools, in yellow hybrid ceramic, black are for our pre-milled abutments, okay? And in this orange color is PMMA, and in green, or rather in purple, is our glass ceramics, okay? One of the things that I want to point out to you is that these tools that are used to mill zirconia are the same tools that you use to mill PMMA, except in zirconia we do, it's a dry mill, and PMMA is a wet mill. They are put in different sections here in our chart, or in our caddy where all our tools are, because they wear differently. Here is where we have our information on our tools and how much life is left in our tools, okay? See here, we have, let's just take for instance, our tool spot number 4, our DC20, which is zirconia, okay? And we have 73% left in that tool. Once it gets down to 0, we'll get an alert from our mill and we'll swap it out, we'll change it, and we'll hit reset, okay? When we want to get out of this screen, don't hit this X, because that will actually shut off the machine, okay? Go back to milling. Another thing I want to point out to you, see it says here current tool 0. That means there is not a tool in the spindle. I'll show you. There's no tool in the spindle. If there was a tool in the spindle, you'd be able to indicate what tool is in the spindle and hit set. So let's go back to tools. I always like to check on my tools and make sure that, let's say if we're milling zirconia, that we have a good amount of life left in all of our tools. This is pretty, I guess you could say, you could push the envelope a little bit, but if you're starting a long mill, like the other day, I milled 2 arches, one right after the other within the same puck, and my second arch had to be remilled because my tools reached their life, the end of their life during the process, and my second arch had to be remilled because there were chips and imperfections in there. So again, remember, we don't want to hit this X. Let's go back to milling, and now we're ready to open up any of our files that we need to open up and get ready for printing.